go. 3 o'clock. We just had Alan Collins. We did a little torture, a little intense hour last hour. Maybe we'll get to it. I doubt it. Let's lighten it up a little bit. Have a little more fun this time. Trace, you got Trace Cam already loaded in. Look at that. We got 3 dimensions of Kevin Tracy. Good hair. You can actually see. You can see where he glues the hairpiece on from the side. It's funny how when you look at him direct, it doesn't look like a piece, but on the side, it looks like a piece.
No one can actually see that for you guys.
No, we got you in the background, my friend. Maddie's running around with 3 cameras. I don't know. We lost the hand cam. That's all right. Jordan booking a great panel again today. Jordan's doing a great job. Strategy Room is getting out there, you guys. Some big names starting to pop up other than the huge, monstrous names here right now. Some big names. Michael Steele the other day. We had the guy who's going to run against John McCain for senator in Arizona. Big names starting to come around.
Tyson.
The word is
Tyson
out.
come on the other day,
Tyson
too?
Beckford?
No.
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson. Isn't he supposed to be
No,
on there?
Straka went to go see the movie. Mike Straka booking a big 8 hours of programming all day in his office, all talking to important people. Gets his hair cut, and he's a big shot now.
Mike Straka got his hair cut in his office?
Yes, he's now so big he gets hair and makeup in his office, even if he's not going to be on TV.
Really?
If we had the hand cam,
If you look in the dictionary, it really does say my name under the definition of gullible. So
gullible. Oh, your name? I thought you could say under metrosexual.
And for Mike Straka, yes, Metro.
Oh, Jordan with the breaking news that's usually under 3 or 4 days old. You got a great panel today. To my right, my direct right, Heather Prabhakar. I think I'm saying it right after years of knowing you, and
yes.
I'm finally saying it right.
Yeah, no,
Prabhakar.
you're perfect. Yes.
And they call you fashion retail expert. I call you guru.
I like guru.
The best.
I'm going to change that to guru.
But all things fashion, all things retail. You weigh in on a lot of other topics as well. Jen Groover, founder Jen Groover Brands. Wait, Heather, you're also HeatherPrabhakar.com, right?
Yes, that is my website.
You have it? Can you put Heather's up?
Well, she's going to change now to guru.com.
All right, we'll come back around. JenGroover.com?
Yes, JenGroover.com.
Just JenGroover.com.
Okay.
All right.
Simple.
Next to Jen, Doctor, and I'm emphasizing Dr. Dani Babb, retail guru. I mean, not retail, real estate guru.
Retail guru also, okay, but it says the shopping side.
But wow, one of the smartest people on small business and real estate. Just a well-rounded, just absolute wealth of knowledge. Where can we find you?
TheBabbGroup.com.
Also, Fox Docs or something, or Twitter?
TheBabbGroup.com.
We'll get to that in a second. We're going to find out.
We don't have enough time for all the ways to reach people.
Hey, doctor, I got my 2 docs on the corner over there.
Can I be a guru, though? Can I be a guru?
We'll let you know by the end of the
hour.
hour.
All right, I'm guru of retail.
We're going to let you. Man, he's pretty well dressed.
Yeah, I like the
This is going to be a problem.
That makes me a temporary guru of fashion and retail, just for today.
I'm going to introduce you to Dr. Randall Pinkett, entrepreneur, scholar, and apprentice winner. New book, The No Money Down CEO. Where's your book? There it is. Pimp your book, sir.
There we go.
Where can we find it?
That's a good look. You can get it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or at randallpinkett.com.
What are you talking about?
How to start a company with no money, like I did.
Oh,
good.
Yes.
What kind
please,
of
I
company
can't wait to hear.
Information technology consulting firm. I have 3 partners. We all went to college together. So you can imagine. And we started the company when we were in college. So you can take for granted we were broke then and made it work. And it's a multi-million-dollar firm now.
And let's get back to Heather. Can we get her website up there? Oh, my God, Trace. What do
It's
you
the
like
last
typing?
name.
He
No.
types with one finger
I understand.
like
It's
this.
the last name, Kevin.
That gets people caught up. I
There's
forgot
an
the
H
H
in there.
today. I forgot the H
You
today.
forgot the
when I
H?
Twitter.
We all Twitter about it. By the way, guys, okay.
There we go.
Great. There it is. Heather Prabhakar, fashion retail guru.
That's me.
Heather Prabhakar. You spelled it right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
You got it.
Did he?
Yeah,
Spell it right?
P-R-A-B-H-A-K-R.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
He's got guru, too. I don't know about that.
There you go. Right, there you go.
Not
Last
expert.
but not least, I know you must have this loaded somewhere. Strategy Room at foxnews.com. Strategy Room at Fox. There it is. Strategy Room at foxnews.com. Send the emails in. Ask these people. We have real estate, we have fashion, we have branding, and we have starting your own business, small business also. Experts on the panel. Send your emails there or Twitter, twitter.com/Eric Bowling, no spaces. I ask this question every time we have people on. Let me start with the doc. One of the docs.
Which doc?
Good time, bad time to start a small business, your own business with no money down.
Ladies first.
The absolute best time. I have 7 top reasons on my website why during a recession is the best time to start a small business. Among them, quickly, are you can get the best talent out there, and they're all hungry for jobs. Everyone else is worried about saving their ass, and you can be worried about how to build your business, which is a fantastic time. Money, if you can get it, and there are lots of ways to do it. If you need it, you can get it pretty cheap, particularly through vendors that are really hungry for sales, leasing options. Tons and tons of great, fantastic reasons to start today, right now.
I totally agree. And because of the economy, you can get things at dirt cheap prices. I mean, there are a lot of people looking to get rid of merchandise, equipment, liquidate sales, et cetera. And on top of that, you have the dynamic of, as you said, the job market. I mean, people are just hungry for jobs. So you can get the absolute best talent and hopefully engender some loyalty during that process that once things get better, you can keep that talent at the same time. So I think this is a great time.
This is the ADD hour, Doc. I'm going to jump in about just a litany.
I've been told you have ADD.
Feel free to do the same.
I will ADD right back at you.
If Jen's going up a brand lane, you can jump in her lane, knock her out of the lane, and say, I have something to add to that, too. Eric, as hard as it is to watch the torture video, thank you for showing what real torture is. God bless the CIA and the military. That's Brian and Cynthia. I love the ADDR. It's been a strat brat. I've been a strat brat since before the election.
Love
I really
the
know.
strat brats.
And loving the ADDR. Thank goodness you're following the Combs show. Now I had to turn it off. Don't tell Alan. And Bruce, that was Rick. And Bruce says regarding Straka, metrosexual and narcissist, points that out. All right. So anyone see the wrestler?
Hand in hand.
Anyone see the wrestler?
No.
Whoa.
No.
No.
Powerful movie, guys. A little
Is it on
depressing.
demand?
How about
now?
Office Space? Does that count?
DVD. I think it's on demand.
Yeah, I'm dying
Anyway.
to see it. But.
Can we
Let's
get
get
more
back to
stuff? Because we have actually complimentary books. I have 2 books coming out in 2 weeks. I'm going to pimp my stuff here.
Pimp your book.
The Online Professor's
You have it
Practical
here?
Guide to Starting an Internet Business. I will have it by this afternoon, and I will bring you 10 copies if you like. And
No,
the Accidental Startup.
We'll keep
There
it
you go,
here.
right there.
This is what we do. We keep them here,
Cool.
and when you come back,
And they're
we'll-
complimentary
I've got a copy
to
with
this
me.
docs.
I'll make sure I
books
leave a
as
copy.
well.
Dr. Dani Babb, there's some numbers that came out today. I wrote them down. Existing home sales. Stinky.
Wow. There's a big surprise.
Where
18%
my
of people that are actually applying for a conventional mortgage today are getting approved because of all kinds of random rules. Like, you need to have 20% in reserves.
Do
Who
me
the
a
heck
favor,
has
you
20%
guys.
in
Do me a
reserves?
favor, appease me here while we're doing this discussion. I want your real story. I want to know if you're trying to get a loan and can't get a loan. Because remember, we're throwing $2 trillion at the markets, at people, at companies, at banks, so that they loan you money. If you have a small business you're trying to start or a house you want to buy and you can't get a loan, let me know. I want to hear it. I want to see an email or Twitter, either way. Anyway, so what about it? Are people getting loans? A lot of the car companies are saying, yeah, we could sell cars if banks would loan
Money
money.
was out there. Yeah, and a lot of them are now turning to in-house financing, raising capital themselves and lending it out for a little bit more than they're able to borrow it out, which is an interesting strategy. But in the markets, about 18% of people that have applied for a conventional mortgage that approve under the known guidelines are getting their mortgages. What's happening is there's an entire another set of guidelines, and it's changing sometimes on a daily basis. These guidelines are, I need your 20% down, but I also want 20% in reserves. Okay, hello, that means that you're going to ultimately need 40% down. You can't. The new good FICO is 760. It's not 640 or 680 anymore. And some of the FHA rules are
talk
changing
about that,
too.
Danny. I mean, what do you mean 760 is the new good FICO?
Good luck. You cannot get a jumbo in today's market unless you're at 65 LTV without a 760 FICO. It is literally impossible.
used
Which
to
is
be
200, which used to be about 680, which is about the national average.
Right.
So
And that was
So it's gonna
that's
kill the markets.
about 100 points higher than it was just a few years ago.
It is about 100 points higher, 80 to 100 points higher. Yeah. That's a big
Yeah.
problem. And we're going to see a ton of mortgages reset in the next couple of years, jumbos primarily. People are not going to be able to refinance these because the jumbo markets are frozen out, and that is going to be disastrous for the housing market.
am so
If
not getting
these
an
lenders do
apartment.
not, if the lenders do not start lending,
Mike Gallagher emails, host, please drop the different collar shirt like you're wearing. It's so New York. You and your cufflinks look goofy to the
excuse
rest
me?
of the country. Mike in Michigan.
No.
Oh, Mike in Michigan. You're a little mad at me, right? I'm the one who recommends GM, Chrysler, and Ford if they take bailout money. Go under, but I'm still going to buy a Ford Heather.
I like the shirts. Yes, of course.
It sounds like a hate. It sounds like a hater. I like the shirt
It's
too.
so New York.
I like the shirt.
You're always dressed
I almost
up.
wore a
People
similar
look at
shirt.
us
I
wear
almost wore a
that.
similar shirt.
My friend Doc is wearing some cufflinks over there. My friend, you're all right? You don't
Yeah.
seem to be hating on
Cufflinks,
him. Just hating on the
Cufflinks are
host
cool for men, by the way.
Taking
They
it easy
are.
on me, 'cause I'm
They're
like-
man jewel. I mean, we wear rings and earrings and all kinds of crap.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Best
Yes.
Dressed,
Oh
weren't
no.
you?
Nominated for something, Heath. What was it?
America, Esquire Magazine's Best Dressed Real Man.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And now you have me.
That's very funny.
Bullshit.
That's struck in the train station. Anyhow,
That's
copy.
really funny.
That is
And then
very
his copy.
funny.
And he's going to win it. Yes. He's going to win it.
Well, I'm not sure about that. I have about 550 views, and
But the voting hasn't even
leaders
started.
up to 70,000.
No, the voting hasn't even started yet. So
I know we just have that one trading picture. Anyway,
we're
Jenny
gonna be
Brewer,
good.
let's talk about it. Am I branding myself? Are we?
Yes.
Forget me. Is Strategy Room branding itself properly?
Yes, I think Strategy Room's doing an amazing job branding itself.
What do we should change something though. What do we need to be doing?
Well, you know what? I was just saying to Jordan when I walked in, I love there's constant evolution here. Every time I walk in, something new is happening. You guys are doing a different strategy and how you're bringing the guests together, whatever it is. People understand, people that are watching, I believe, are getting to understand and love this because it is different. It's fresh. It's unedited. We get to say what we want to say. We get to put our opinions out there. We get to debate about them. Still love each other at the end of the show, even if we disagree. But I think it's doing an amazing job. I think the Strat Brats have done an amazing job in adding like an extension to the brand. And I think that's amazing too. And I don't know how many shows can really say that they have that.
the Strap Rats are the greatest
Hey,
ever.
hey, Trace.
Yeah.
Do we have the clip of Shep dropping the F-bomb?
It's on my Twitter, actually. I just put it up there.
Darn it. But that's the beauty
It's
of
on
the
my
strategy.
Twitter.
The F-bomb gets dropped right here
How recently
on
is that?
Strategy Room.
Yeah.
I contend
Anything.
this is the way
This afternoon.
This
You know what I
afternoon.
don't know? I've been
Anything.
hosting this show October, November, December, January, February, March. 7 months now. I'm not really sure I mean, I know it's the right way. It feels like it's the right place to be. But I'm not really sure what our mantra is. I'm not sure. Are we not TV? Everything but TV? Are we kind of TV? Are we little TV, little not,
It's
little
TV.
radio?
It's future TV. I mean,
What's-
I actually just had a discussion this morning with a producer who used to work on another big show who's starting a huge project of broadband television. It's really where things are going, and there's a ton of funding behind it. There's a lot of advertisers already on board to it. So I think this is definitely the future of it because of the accessibility
How
that
do
it
they
gives people.
find it?
Branding.
Well, yeah.
The
but-
genius
Viral.
part of bringing all of us in who have our own followings, our own databases, and our own businesses to talk about us being here, and then to go Twitter about it, and then to put it on Facebook,
Right.
And then all
I
your
completely
followers
agree.
retweet it, and
even,
then
even
Let me jump
even
in, you
my,
guys, ADD. I'm sorry. I'm getting a lot of emails here. Look at, no, this is true. I'm getting a lot of emails, show emails. It comes into the show. I'll read some of them. But if you do me a favor, will you Twitter them to me? Because I'm going to use this on a show over the weekend. Bulls and Bears are doing on Fox News. 1.5 million people watch that show. And what I keep telling them is, yeah, we loan money to the banks. Now the banks are sitting out there hoarding all this cash, and they're not relending it to small businesses and people who are trying to buy houses and cars. Send me your story, and I'll put it out there. I'll put it out there as best I can. If I have enough time, I'll put as
double
many as I
and
can.
triple credit card interest rates too.
Well,
cards.
Obama's going up against that right now. I just read something today where the big controversy is. Yeah,
Well, he met
he's
with the
gonna-
credit card
right.
CEOs
But they're
today.
saying then they're going to have less lending
Say
to
good
give
luck.
because they're,
We
they're
have,
not
you know
getting
what?
interest.
They came out like a tiger. I mean, they said we're going to go after. What do they call it? It's universal default. So if you default on your Visa, MasterCard can raise your rate. That's what's going on
That's
now.
what they're
They were
fighting
going-
it.
That said they were going to go after that, but they dropped that. Here's what they went after. They went after high rates. They went after what they recommended was some sort of what do you call it? A vanilla policy. So if you sign up for a credit card, when you sign up at Visa, American Express, or Capital One, it's the same document. You're signing the same document. So that's good. Transparency, consistency. Good, but a lot fewer teeth than what he had initially said he was going to go after.
Here's a story that their banks aren't telling you. I had to escalate this several people at Bank of America to get the real answer here about why credit card rates were going up. If you have a negative amortization loan, even if you're paying it, you're on time, even if you're paying the interest, even if you're paying the 30-year fixed, you're considered a risky person, and they're going to raise your rate. Hands down, no questions asked.
Well,
Yeah.
my
But
friend
that's in
took
your
out a
document, though.
credit, a line of credit, and he's at risk now. They dropped his
Right,
limit.
because he has.
It also
Yeah.
is hurting people's credit scores. But what's happening as let's say you pay your credit card down by $800. Now you're going to get a mail, and I got this finally confirmed by Bank of America that it is on autopilot. You're going to get a letter dropping your maximum available credit by 800. Now you're going to pay 800 more, they're going to drop it 800 more every single month until they feel it's in line with what they want out there.
Because that's where they were giving too much for the past few years, so now they're trying to work backwards
that's
to what
their
they
problem.
did.
Tough shit. I mean, if people are now counting on this money, that's a backstop for a lot of people who don't have cash in this market, is the ability to have that cash advance available.
Right, a lot of people are relying on their credit now just to survive, and there's a lot of hard and fast people, a lot of people breaking the rules hard and fast in terms of what they allocated for credit and now how they're trying to cut back. But people get letters out of the blue saying, hey, we're going to cut your rate. We get phone calls saying we're going to cancel your credit card. Mortgage rates are going up. So, I mean, there needs to be some kind of regulation in place moving forward as a lesson from this experience that you can't just arbitrarily give credit and then take it away without having some reciprocity here to the consumer.
Was the show, was I with you when the lady was talking about this new thing where if you were always shopping at, say, Nordstrom's and Neiman's, and then they all of a sudden see you start shopping at Target and Walmart, they have like a
profile on you.
Big red lights flashing.
Yep,
and then
that's
they
exactly.
lower
A lot of
it
stores
as
are
well.
profiling right now, and it started back during the holiday season.
That's just one more reason for me to continue shopping at Bergdorf. Thank you very much.
For me to stop shopping.
You have to put them in plastic bags.
Yeah, no, don't walk around New York
bags.
City with Bergdorf bags.
Yes,
Yeah,
you might
put them in
get
a
it.
Whole Foods
We'll
bags.
get shot.
A little bit better.
But it just goes to show what can happen. I mean, when times get tough and push comes to shove, what kind of tricks people are willing to pull out. I mean, they're willing to start profiling you. They're willing to start messing with your rates. But on the other side of the conversation, when things are going well, they want to court you. They want to entice you. They want to give you incentives.
Increase your spending.
Increase your spending, and then it all goes away.
Banks
It
for
all
a
goes
long
away.
time were letting you use your credit card. I bought my first house with my down payment, most of it coming off my credit card.
Can't
the
do it
banks
anymore?
did not care.
You can't do
Oh,
that
no, you
anymore?
can't do that anymore. You need to show you have the money, where it came from, have the paper trail. Even if it's a gift, it needs to be a paper trail that wasn't from a credit card, wasn't from a retirement account. And then you need to have your month's reserves, which can be 12 months or more, depending upon the
That's real.
bank.
That's
Wow.
very real. That's very real.
It's real.
Yeah,
Let me
again,
read
not
a
buying
couple
an
of
apartment
these.
anytime
Let
soon.
me read some of these. These are
Not
good.
happening.
All right.
It's an awesome time to buy if you can get a loan.
Alex says, stop trying to figure
Get a loan.
regarding Strategy Room. Alex says, Eric, stop trying to figure it out. It works. Just keep up the good work. That's Al
Thank you.
Meldick.
Anything goes.
Eric says, Danny, pay attention. Eric says,
Tell me what to do. I'm eating.
the best part of the show is that there are actual, reasonable, respectful individuals on all sides of the issue. Unlike many other shows, they all seem to do. All they seem to do is bring their own issues. And Sandy says, Strategy Room is really internet. Love the venue. That's Fran. Love Strat Room. I log on and have you on front or background all day. Love the rotating panels. Love the behind the scenes open mic stuff in between. Great job. That's Laura in Marshall, Texas. Can you tell people about? Daryl wants me to tell people about. No, I can't do that right now. It's too long, you guys. It's 2 or 3 lines at the maximum. It's a little tough to tell a story about not getting in lending in 140 characters. Bruce, do your best, pal. I'll do my best and you do your best. Good stuff, though. First time on Strategy Room?
First time on the
What do you
Strategy
think?
Room. That's great. As you said a moment ago, I think the medium is different. It's fresh, but more importantly, the ways that you get the word out on what's happening here is through that exact same medium. So
Viral.
the internet, exactly, viral, internet, people's social networks, relationships, etc. So, I'm looking forward to getting some hits from Strat Brats to my website and to my Twitter and to my
They're great.
Facebook. Yeah, the list
Where
goes
to?
on.
I love them.
Randall Pinkett with 1 L. Twitter.com/Randall Pinkett.
So adding you.
Get at me.
Facebook.com/Dani
Get at me.
Babb.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I want to
You
get
have a
at
lot
you
more
right now.
followers
I want
now.
to get at you, my friend. I want to get at you.
Ooh.
Right.
I'm still printing.
He's a little.
Oh,
He's gonna start
you get your
comparing
mind out.
clothes.
Last time we did this,
No,
you know,
yeah.
the last time Jen Berger was on the panel.
She
you know,
had me
do you
crying.
remember this?
Yeah, of
What was
course.
the issue?
Crying. No, let's not talk about it
Teabag.
again.
Teabag.
You said you almost
No.
cried.
Teabagging.
You said you were in tears
was
from laughing, though.
But
No,
here's
laughing
the
so
story,
hard.
just in case anyone missed it. Eric got set up. He read an email that he did not filter before he read it. And what came out of his mouth would not have got, I mean, he would have gotten in big trouble on television.
Let me tell you. You think I'd never heard of teabagging before?
No,
Of course. I was
I know.
reading and I knew that there are certain people that want to call it teabagging when it was actually tea partying. I'm sorry, Dr. Randall. Well, here's what I want to get at
We were
you.
talking about this again.
This is a family program? What? Or did I say something wrong?
Because of the hour of the day, that's probably what makes
Trace,
his
just
family
because you're
better.
the one who goes on the all-male booze cruises. All right, here we go. Doc, here's the question. I want to take you back. What year were you on Apprentice?
I was on The Apprentice 2005.
Who was on? Was that Amoroso with you?
No, I was season 4. Amoroso was season 1. In fact, Tara Dowdell, who just left, was the season just prior to my season.
Just prior.
She was
Who won? Did you
Apprentice
win?
season 3. I was the winner.
No, you're the winner. There you go. Celebrity Apprentice, you watch it?
I do. I think it's a different genre than the original Apprentice. I mean, the original Apprentice was young up-and-comers competing to see if they could vie for a job.
But the reason why I asked, these guys are my friends. I love the Mark Burnett guys.
You do?
They're great producers, good
You
friends
watch
of
Celebrity
mine.
Apprentice?
Not only do I watch it, I have been known to...
Are you considering going on Celebrity Apprentice?
Doing a
Can we get you on the
once
show?
in a while.
Can we get you on?
Make a long story short, let's take it and then take another Donald Trump
That's a nice way of saying
That
no.
would be maybe.
I want to jump to another Donald Trump property. I want to talk about Miss America.
Yes.
You watch?
I sure did. Well, I didn't watch the show, but I, of course, am aware
followed
of the controversy. Absolutely.
Interesting, right?
Very interesting.
Right?
You know-
Hey, do we have those two clips, right? We have how to answer and how not to answer. Trace?
Yeah, give me a second.
No, we're going to work
You know
on
what? The thing that bothers me the most about it is that everyone is entitled to their opinion, and whatever that is, one person's opinion might be along the line of Perez, and the other one is along a line of Miss California. Whatever that opinion is, it's not right to say you can't have that opinion, and that's what now they're slandering her because they're saying it's not right that you have that opinion, but it's her opinion, and so Perez has got his own opinion, and she has her own opinion. And that's the part that.
Can I just jump in real quick? I think that Perez, we're not giving Perez enough credit here. I think he orchestrated this whole thing. I mean, think about all of the hits. He's kind of a marketing.
Controversy.
He's kind of a marketing genius when it comes to online stuff. If you go and look at how many comments he got when he just posted that, it was like 800. And I'm sure it's even more now.
Right.
And I think this is just
before we jump, can
think he was
we
a little
have that?
orchestrated.
That one?
You want him?
Yeah, I want Perez's.
Response?
No, I want her responding to Perez's question.
Okay, here we go.
Vermont recently became the 4th state to legalize same-sex marriage. Do you think every state should follow suit? Why or why not?
Well, I think it's great that Americans are able to choose one or the other. We live in a land that you can choose same-sex marriage or opposite marriage. And you know what? In my country and in my family, I think that I believe that a marriage should be between a man and a woman. No offense to anybody out there, but that's how I was raised, and that's how I think that it should be between a man and a woman. Thank you.
And before we jump in on it, let's see what happened the very next day. I think that was Sunday night to Monday. I believe Perez Hilton came out with this on his website.
Now, let me explain to you. She lost not because she doesn't believe in gay marriage. Miss California lost because she's a dumb okay? This is how a person with half a brain answers the question I posed her. Well, if I was Miss California with half a brain, I would have said, Perez, that's a great question. That's a very hot topic in our country right now, and I think that that is a question that each state should decide for themselves, because that's how our forefathers designed our government. You know, the states rule themselves, and then there's certain laws which are federal. She could have said something along those lines, but she didn't.
You know,
Right.
it's all orchestrated. I'm sorry. Like that's. I mean, who? I cannot tell you. Like, I think we should actually take lessons from this.
do you think he knew that that was going to be her opinion ahead of time?
Sure. Yeah, I
Can I
knew
throw
he was
this
going to.
out?
She was going to say something a little bit controversial.
And I'm sorry I didn't cut these clips for you, but Miss California was on Cavuto Monday in response to all this, and she said, I'm fortunate. I got the right question. And everyone's like, wait a minute, you got the wrong question because you lost. She said, no. Do you know how much publicity I'm getting? Do you know how many people want to follow up on this? That's one point. Point number two, the actual winner was Miss Virginia, whoever the winner was on Fox and Friends this morning and said, it was an absolutely great interview. She said, we've been asked that question so many times. So it wasn't coming from left field. She answered from where she was. So
Honest.
that was interesting to me. I thought it was your exact thought. It was over the line. That was too much. He shouldn't have done that, and it was a publicity ploy. But they've been asked that before, so she was Miss California wasn't thrown.
And look,
throwing a
I
fastball.
can't even tell you who won. I mean, I think you said it might
we
have
all
been Miss
know about
Virginia,
her.
but we all know about Miss California.
Right.
Right.
Good
You know?
point.
Yeah.
So
Well, you
But
know,
it does beg the question, when you have someone who's already on the side of a very polarizing issue, asking a question in what endeavors to be an objective contest around the themes of Miss America, Miss USA, et cetera, is that a fair position to be in? Notwithstanding what it means for the contest, but what it also means in terms of how one might be perceived after the contest. And I think, to your point, I think he knew exactly what he was doing.
Absolutely.
And to her credit, though, she knew exactly what she was doing. It's
Right.
not like that question had never been posed before.
Right.
So she made the bed that she chooses to lie in. And I think, and I respect that. To stand up for what you believe in. I think there's any lesson I take from it is that she's willing to stand up for what she believes in.
her integrity, keeping her integrity in line. And you know what else I think is interesting about it is that right before that, somebody was asked about health care and what the belief of taxpayers in this universal health care program. And the girl did not answer the question. There was not ever an answer in this question. She said, I believe that is a question about integrity and that we all need to deal with that in a way of integrity. And that was the answer. And you were like, wow.
This is
that.
I remember that. She's smart. She didn't have an
didn't
answer,
answer.
so she
She
answered
didn't-
probably a standard.
talk.
If you get
Yeah.
caught, this is what you answer. That would be the way to answer a question you have no idea about.
Right.
This would be a way not to do that same thing.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
Mario was like, oh my God.
Never was anyone so happy to hear the 30-second bell go off. U.S. Americans, that was notable, and so was don't have maps, and so was such as everywhere, like such as. Anyway. Anyway, let's go back to the issue.
I think there's something wrong when we criticize people for speaking their minds and saying what they believe in. I think we've lost. If the idea,
It's a free country.
Right,
We can say whatever we want.
Right. If the idea was that
That's
she
why
was
we live
supposed
here.
to take the neutral road, or to not take a stand, or to not have an opinion, that to me is very sad. So the fact that she was willing to stand up and say what's on her mind and what she believes in, to me, that is more respectable than if she had given a neutral answer saying, let the states decide. I want to know what you think, how you feel. I might not agree with it, but I can respect the fact that you're willing to stand up for it.
Right, absolutely. There's not
This
enough of it.
one's from Norm, says, who do you think, Dr. Randall, who do you think is going to win Celebrity Apprentice? I assume you're watching.
My vote right now is on Joan Rivers, believe it or not.
Wow, good, because she's a good friend of Don. And she's good.
She's good. She's actually really good. I mean,
Not the card player, what's her name?
she's thoughtful.
Annie?
Annie Duke.
I could come down to the two of them.
What happened to Khloe
Easily.
Kardashian? Did she?
She got left out.
She went down a blaze of glory.
That was controversial.
And it was actually kind of
That
controversial
controversial
because I believe she went on the show to try to improve her image from her DWI. And unfortunately,
That was what
Trump
took her
fired
down.
her
Because of it.
because she left to go take a class as a requirement of her DWI. His argument was that you didn't tell me, and I don't believe in DWI, so I'm firing you. It had nothing to do with the task, nothing to do with the episode, and she went out the same way she came in.
Justice wants to know, hey, Dr. Randall, are you the one who told Donald Trump to choose only one finalist? I think it takes a lot of guts to say so. Is that you?
Hey, I'm the guy that just said a moment ago, you guys stand up for what you believe in. And I was the fourth season of the show, and Trump asked me if I want to share the title with my competitor. I said, absolutely
Tony
not.
says
I earned it.
Perez Hilton,
for you.
Perez Hilton was angry
Kidding me?
because
No sharing titles.
That's
No.
right.
Perez Hilton was
sharing anything.
angry because Miss California looked better in a nightgown than he did.
That is true.
I'll agree with that.
Anything.
But interesting though.
Speaking of Chloe.
She's go ahead.
Do you think that sometimes people get let go because somebody else makes better television?
Yes. Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
Dennis Rodman, best TV of all, but he got let go.
Yeah, because it
Was
got
that
a little
mistake?
over the top, I think. And
I think sometimes it's
embarrassing.
also good TV to let someone like Dennis
Yeah.
Rodman go. Like that creates its own water cooler effect. So it can go both ways. I think they can get rid of people
Early, though.
because
Like
that'll be
Chloe.
controversial, and then people stay because they're controversial.
Right.
You know,
Nice Clay, first one to go. Boy.
that was not good. That was a bad look. That was a bad look. Yeah, he was horrible too.
He was horrible.
He deserved to go. Yeah, and it's funny to see celebrities in their real element, which reality TV has, of course, given us the opportunity to see lots of people we didn't want to see in their real element.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So, what's your? I asked a bunch of people this. I understand the whole reality TV vibe. I get it. I watch it. I'm a fan. How do you make money from it after, though? What was your path after? I guess what you worked for him for a year,
I did work for him for a year.
and then what?
There are only a handful of pathways to make money after reality TV. Writing a book, getting on the lecture circuit, and then doing other reality shows.
Maybe
Have you done any others?
I've not done any reality shows. I've done tons of news programs. I have had books, as we talked about a moment ago. My first book was Campus CEO for Student Entrepreneurs. And then the second book, No Money Down CEO for the Broke Entrepreneurs. And I do lots of speaking. I'm on the lecture circuit on a regular basis.
I want to get back to that in a second. Do you have street meet, you guys?
Yes.
Would you mind bear with me a little bit? I think I touch on something like this towards the end. It's only 120 seconds. Let me know if you're ready to go.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, let's do it. Certainly do, Rebecca. Street Meet sizzling, hottest segment on Let's Go Financial TV. Give me the first screen. Dead company walking, guys. Had some breaking news on GM just now, a minute ago, just came in. They're going to shut most of their plants for 9 weeks this summer. Bad news for GM. Also bad news for GM bondholders today. They announced June 1 they're supposed to make $1 billion payment to the bondholders. They said, ain't going to happen. That means they're getting ready for a structured bankruptcy. They're hoarding cash. By the way, structured bankruptcy, in my opinion, they should have done it a long time ago. It's the only answer, the only way GM actually survives. They'll still sell cars. Don't worry about it. Apparently, Obama's going to back the warranties. Don't worry about a warranty. You still buy a car, get warranty. And by the way, jobs, it's the only way to save GM jobs. Give me the next screen real quick. Speaking of jobs, Apple, profit, $1.33 a share just came out. They're expecting $1.09, 20%, 23% increase over expectations. Great news for Apple. Bad news here being the 2.2 million Macs. That's what everyone wanted to see. That number was just south of that. The good news, the really good news, 3.4 is what they were expecting to sell in iPhones. They sold 3.79 million in the quarter. That's 87.7 per minute. Here we go, Apple. Apple shares making a move. Look at this, guys. Nice move off the bottom. A $40 move off the bottom. Expected $1.80, $180 Apple. If you get to buy Apple shares, about $10 or $15 cheaper, own Apple shares. I like it. I own it. Here we go. Last but not least, today, what? National Jelly Bean Day? Yes, that's true. It's also Earth Day. Least green celebrities. Mariah Carey almost tops the list. She comes in third. She flies her personal trainer in from St. Bart's for a workout. Jennifer Aniston brushes her teeth in the shower, self-admitted. That wastes a lot of water, but hey, there he goes. Number uno, least green celebrity. I'll call him a celebrity. He flies his private jet to global warming summits, and also they say his 10,000 square foot mansion in Tennessee uses enough power to generate the power for 220 regular-sized homes. That's it, guys. Street Meet on tap. We've got your quick shots. Al Lewis is here in the bar. More happy hour now. All right, that was it. But what I really wanted to get to, what I forgot, was the day before we talked about ousted Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich doing a reality TV show in Costa Rica. So I called my buddies at Burnett. I said, "It's not you guys doing that. No, it's not them." But is there reality TV overkill?
A lot of people thought it would go away. It was a fad. It has multiplied, and it is not going anywhere. And you know, Blagojevich, of course, was denied his petition to get on the show. He's trying to figure out a way to still get on. I think he's flying to Los Angeles today to talk to the producers of the show to see if there's a way he can still finagle his way onto the show. But it is a runaway phenomenon. I'm not saying that's necessarily a good thing. I think there is some redeeming value in some shows, but there are some that are just strictly voyeuristic, and we just watch what people do 24/7.
And then we're going to see them move online, too, which is going to be really interesting, particularly if the audience can participate.
I see it, a lot of production companies, though, trying to really shift in staying to a better
cheaper,
place
right?
of, well, yeah, it's so much cheaper.
Absolutely.
but trying to move away from the shock and awe of the drama and really trying to bring it into more of a place of integrity and learning and engaging the viewers to watch it. And I've seen a lot of production companies that I'm working with right now do that and really stick to it and go to the different networks and say, we're not changing it. This is the format and this
Let
is
me
what
just
people
tell you
want.
a quick story. I was up to do, it's out there now. They're doing Shark Tank for Mark Burnett. I was up to do that show. I was going to do Shark Tank, but you'd have to take 3 months off, and I couldn't take 3
What's
months off.
Shark Tank?
Shark Tank is a new Mark Burnett production show. It's
Cool.
coming out. It's going to be like Lions Den in
You
the
have
UK.
investors evaluating.
Are you with Mark Burnett now?
Business owners, no.
Okay.
I mean, the show was, of course, produced by Mark Burnett, but I'm not doing anything with
No,
it.
go ahead. So you have...
And they pitch their idea. Most of them are already up and running. And then the Sharks compete to invest in the company, and then they have to negotiate with the owner on how much they'll invest and how much the return will be. And then if they work a deal, then they run off and they actually, take the money and do what they propose to do.
Wow.
Yeah, real live
kind of
investing.
investing.
That's amazing.
It's big
Real
in
time.
England.
Yeah, Lions Den.
Yeah.
Was the name. It's still there, yeah. A lot of people are emailing about Perez Hilton. By the way, this one says, Paris is a clown. Maybe he should have told everyone why California courts are trying to approve gay marriages, even though a majority of Californians voted against it. Who really watches Miss America anyway? And who gives a rat's ass about what Paris has to say? Listen, Dave, if you're going to throw the guy under the bus, get his name right. It's Perez.
Hooray.
P-E-R-E-Z, not Paris. Well, what about
He's
the
biggest
guy
for that.
is getting bigger and bigger and bigger
Yeah.
on the scene, right?
It's like what I said before. I think we really could kind of learn from what he just did. I mean, he took something he knew, I think, in that very instant when she answered that question, how to spin himself so that he actually monetizes it based on the people that are looking at his website and based on, what she was going to say and videos that he has of her answer and all this stuff. It was amazing. On Monday morning, I went on there, looked at his comments. Like I said, there was almost 800. I'm sure there's thousands now.
Gruber, he's doing the right thing, branding-wise.
Oh, that's his brand. That's his thing. That's what
Queen
he's
of Mean,
How's he
Yeah,
monetizing
he's-
that? That's what I want to know. How's he making
He
money
got
on
his
this
own
thing?
show, last year? I don't think it did well. I
Has
think it
he
got pulled off. But
monetizing? I think just advertising. Sorry to interrupt
Yeah.
you, but advertisements.
Does
and-
he have
book deals.
advertising
He has a
on
book.
his website?
all over his website,
Yeah.
and he does that wallpaper
I
of
don't-
like movies, and
I don't think money is the thing that's the most important to him. I think it's the fame. I think
he
it's
wants
the-
to be
the
Oprah. He
fame.
wants to be the gay Oprah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would agree.
Yeah, I think money for most people going into a business, that's what he's doing, is a business. For most people going into a business, they're wondering how they're going to make money. He's saying, I just want to be famous and hang out with the celebs, and then if I make some money, it would be nice too.
Jen, I have to beg to differ, though. I really think that he focuses. I really think that he has a huge media strategy to this whole
Oh,
thing.
he's got a great media strategy.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
think
think I don't think he's more like you and I would say. All right, how can we do consumer products out of this? How can we do?
That's what I'm saying. He's doing that already.
Yeah, I
like
don't
he's
know
coming
if
out
he's-
with Perez Hilton clothing. He did that deal with not Topshop, Hot Topic,
Right.
And he has that book, and he's on the branding side. Like he has extension like crazy,
Right.
You're not being
But-
given enough credit for being a businessman, maybe more so than we think.
Or maybe it's his
Like
people
Paris Hilton.
that are.
Michael
Better.
said, where am I? Michael Kerr says it's been overkill for years. That's why I watch Fox Business every night. At least that's reality TV I can learn something from. I shouldn't say that's my show. No, you actually are 100% right, sir.
I love
Yeah,
Fox
at least
Business.
Fox Business and Fox News, and because Strategy Room is off the air
Yeah.
at 5 o'clock. Overkill. I don't know. I think it's the right brand. I think it's cheaper. People want to see, especially now with what's going on in the economy. You want to see how about that one Wife Swap?
I love Wife Swap. That is one of my favorite
It's a good
shows
show.
ever.
Can I swap everything?
I love that show. I think it is hilarious, and I can't just take my eyes off the train wreck.
And they do a great job of
Exactly.
pairing diametrically opposed
Right.
Yeah.
families.
Absolutely.
I mean, folks that you would never
Yes.
expect to cross
I gotta
paths.
tell you guys,
and putting
there's
them
the
together. They do a great
secret
job.
to TV,
My
whether
friend
it's
cast that show.
whether it's
Just all
Really?
the cast.
entertainment
Kudos to
or
your friend.
news, you need diametrically opposed people.
You and
They
Ellen.
go on most shows
Ratner.
on Fox News. They've always got
Joel and
somebody on
Ellen.
opposite
Yeah.
ends. Almost
Well, I
always.
jumped in on Combs the last 20 minutes, and there's a lot of emails because he was going up one way, and I came at another direction on torture. Wow, what a topic. We can't do this. I want to keep this light.
Yeah.
But you make a good point, though. I mean, I think the television genre in particular over time has become more segregated, that we have particular points from particular outlets, and we've lost that sense of creating an environment where we all can have differing opinions and still respect those opinions. I mean, it gets back to all of what we've talked about today, that if wife swap is there's any lesson that we can learn from the broader society, is that, you know, when you come to people that are very different than you, that there's something you can learn from that. And that's what you see in wife swap. At the end of the day, when they come to the table,
I was
talk,
on a show.
they learn a lot.
I was taping a show earlier this winter where the girl that was a reality sort of show, we were diametrically opposed, and I had to remake her over, and on a totally different level, and it was amazing what we learned from each other.
There we go. Jordan brings us some breaking news. This is where is this
breaking
from?
news from 3 or 4
Reuters.
years ago.
Washington Reuters.
That's what he said.
Senator Barack Obama has been elected president. Washington Reuters. U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder said Thursday he was considering forming a financial fraud task force and that a more comprehensive view was needed. We're going to be talking about very soon a financial fraud task force. He told a congressional hearing, I think there needs to be a more comprehensive view. Okay, here's the issue. Here's the deal. Financial fraud task force. We have so many things. We have an inspector general overseeing TARP, Neil Borowski. We have, anytime you have so much money going out the door so quickly, what are you guys doing? What are you doing?
Slide on down.
Another slide in the extra guest at 3:43 move.
Hi.
About Miss California.
Oh, wonderful. So that this
Yeah, no problem.
Jamie, right?
Hi, Jamie.
Jamie
Nice to
Maglietta.
meet you.
Oh, you
Hi.
produced the international news breaks, publicly known as Fox News Extra.
Yes.
Oh, now I know. How are you, Jamie
Great.
Maglietta? So did you
So
tell us the truth? Do you have breaking news on
it's
this?
not breaking news, but I was going to say that, in the Miss America, I've been involved in the Miss America pageant before, and I've been a judge on previous pageants. And, in Miss America, you don't judge the question. So when this came up, I was like, well, let me look into the judging for Miss USA. And even for Miss USA, they don't judge the question. And even before you go into ranking, you basically know who has the crown. And that last question is really just to see the person one last time.
So she
beforehand.
was a winner. California was already in second place. That last answer
Well, if
didn't.
you look at her scores for everything else, she really wasn't leading the pack. So, even after her question, she was still in the top 2. There's 12 judges. So really, how much did that question weigh? She still got it to this top 2. That's something no one's really talking about.
It's a publicity spin. They just... I wouldn't be surprised. I'm a little jaded, but I wouldn't be surprised if Miss California and Perez and the organizers of Miss USA all had this all planned.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, see, I wouldn't say that, because every organization wants to, have a positive image, and I know that the Miss USA organization has used negative images to benefit them, but the organization is a positive one for women
Trump
empowerment.
was thrilled. He was on Fox and Friends this morning. I'm sorry, you guys, I didn't cut that clip. I should have done that. And he said, hey, it's been all over the media for 4 days now. Here he is on Fox and Friends on Thursday.
That's what drives these contests, is ratings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I would agree. I don't think I'm as jaded as to believe that they were in cahoots to arrange it. But it does beg the question: why would you have someone like Paris Hilton asking that question in a contest to name a pageant winner?
Well, she didn't answer the question correctly. He actually asked her, a more general question, and she went right for the heart of it and gave her opinion.
Did you watch it? Did anyone else watch it?
I don't know what she said by
I
heart.
watched her. She started up that path like, I better stay middle of the road. At the last second, she's like, you know what? I'm just going to go. I'm going to veer. I'm going to put it out there. And you could see her coming out. And then the audience some audience members started playing. And then she dove right into it. But good for her. I mean, here she is. She stated her feelings. She put it out there. And now she's probably one of the more desired interviews around, right?
Easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
There's a book deal coming
And Trump benefited from the ratings. And more people are watching that clip on YouTube. And so
She's going to get big things out of that.
That's what I think, too.
A lot bigger than she could if she got the crown.
Absolutely. I agree.
I said let's bring her on strategy room. She can sit next to me.
She's
and co-host
Courtney's
a couple
friend.
of
Isn't
hours.
she?
Don't get too comfortable there, though. What?
She's Courtney's friend, I think.
Courtney Friel?
Yeah, so you can get Courtney to arrange
Is she
it.
really?
Huh?
No, I didn't know that.
I heard Courtney call and said, "Get out of here." No. Do we have Jesse today? By the way,
He's supposed to be coming.
Jesse Waters. He's going to come. He's going to talk to us about his yesterday he said he wasn't here yesterday. And he said, I may be doing something. He had a real interesting ambush last night. Jesse Waters, our Riley producer that ambushes people on camera.
It is the best thing ever.
Really?
So funny.
A lot of people emailing. They love wife swap too. Different.
Love it.
Because they want to swap wives or because they like to watch?
No, boy, you are just going up that one road. Danny Babb is your name. So, where do we find you?
So, where do you find me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm coming on today just to talk about the international breaks, because while you travel, you can watch Fox Abroad, and we're in over 85 countries. But when you watch Fox Abroad, you get bonus features. So instead of commercials, you get to watch health segments, and you get financial tips, maybe some fashion tips, and we also have some exclusive looks at our bureaus. And I just wanted to share a clip. Rena Nina gave a tour of the Jerusalem Bureau, and if it's ready, we have a clip of what our Jerusalem Bureau looks like, which you can get.
So this is the Nerve Center, the hub for Fox News Jerusalem. Our desk, Devor, one of our producers. What's a normal day like for you here?
We follow the news, what's going on now, what went on.
And so it all happens here, and you monitor it, and then you tell us to go where we need to go. Huh?
Exactly. We update our reporters, we update New York, and if there's breaking news, of course, we just collect our crew and send them out to the field.
You can get more of this when you're traveling and when you're watching Fox News Abroad. And, other segments that we have a Alyssa Milano segment where she's talking about her In Touch clothing line. We have a segment with Rick Pitino, which I'll show a clip of next Thursday. And for more information on this, you can visit foxnews.com and click Fox News Around the World. You can also email us at foxaroundtheworld@foxnews.com. And we hope to hear from you. And that's why I wanted to stop by.
You guys get the set. There it is, international, right?
Yeah.
And we're here.
Very cool.
It's a great brand. Fox is an amazing brand. It's got
and it's something that not many cable stations are offering abroad. You usually have to watch commercials, but now when you travel, Fox is there for you, offering extra footage.
That's great.
And the wacky thing is, a friend of mine came up to me the other day. He's like, "Hey, I saw you. Where?" He said, "I was in Rome. I saw you." I think he goes, "I don't get Fox Business. If you don't get it, you should ask for it. But in certain parts of New York,
Yeah,
you
you
can't
can't.
get it."
I know.
Right?
It's a macro.
And so he said, "I've never seen your show. I love it." That's great. Where he saw it in Rome.
That is great.
Well, you were also on a billboard in the middle of Times Square. I was driving down Times Square, and there was everyone on Fox News, including Aaron Pulling. Look at that.
That's Times Square billboard.
Very cool. And it's a very good idea to say, if you want Fox Business when you're traveling, to definitely ask for it, because Fox Business Network can be where you want it to be. Just you have to give us a call or email us.
How many countries are we in?
We're in over 85 countries. You can pick us up in Greece. If you're traveling to China, we're in Hong Kong. We're also in Pakistan at military bases, Mexico. So we're everywhere. Fox is everywhere.
And the internet everywhere.
I have a lot. I have about 800 military students right now in Iraq and Afghanistan. They're getting their master's degrees at an American military university, and they.
You teach there, Danny?
Yeah, it's one of the schools I teach for, and they exclusively watch Fox. Only. The end. End of story. They will not flip on to another channel.
Very pro-military.
Very.
And right now, when they're watching, they can also get a look at all of our FBN talent. We just did some hometown package promos, and they're going to be airing. So they'll get to see what Fox Business Network has to offer.
Yeah, what about that? They forgot to send Eric Bowling to his hometown in Chicago.
Yeah, I think you need to go. And we need to put it on Fox News Extra.
Go, guys.
Jeez.
Go. Hello. Here.
You can go visit the cows in my hometown.
And say hi to Blagojevich, too, while you're there.
Vallejo.
Yeah.
What's his future? Can he do reality TV assuming he doesn't go to jail?
Well, he already got denied to do the show that he was.
Well, it was a bond thing because they needed the tape, and he was asking for the judge to let him go.
If he's found innocent, he could probably write his ticket. He's already gotten other offers to do other shows. I think he was looking to do that one because I think they gave him the highest profile. But nowadays, anybody can do reality TV.
What was that one that was...
I don't mean to excuse myself, but it looks like Jesse's here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to step away, and Jesse's going to come on now.
Maglietta, is
Thanks
that right?
so much. Yes.
Maglietta, Jamie
Thanks so much.
Maglietta, thank you, International. Fox News Extra. And now, Jesse, you ready? You need a minute to
I'm ready.
Prep?
I'm ready. I'll stand over here. I'm
Are
good.
you all right, brother? You
I'm
back?
good. I'm good.
Any
I'm
bumps
okay.
and bruises?
No, I'm feeling good.
fisticuffs?
I'm feeling good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So,
because yesterday you're like, Tuesday, you're like, I don't think I'll be here tomorrow. I may have something to do.
yeah,
You had something to do.
Yeah, we caught him guessing. So I went down to the GE shareholder meeting in Orlando. I'm a GE shareholder, and there was opportunity to ask GE Chairman Jeffrey Immelt some questions. And I asked him a question about some of the hateful comments that are broadcast on a pretty regular basis on MSNBC, specifically what Jeanine Garofalo said about Tea Parties. And here we have the clip right here. This is just a teaser, so check it out.
This is about hating a black man in the White House. This is racism straight up. That is nothing but a bunch of tea-bagging rednecks.
Are you okay with that? And do you consider that a form of hate speech, sir?
Again, we have not censored MSNBC. Again, my own personal beliefs aside, I believe that MSNBC has some standards that they follow, and that's what we were saying.
You can see right there the crowd had a pretty strong reaction when he said that they have standards over at MSNBC. So that was that. And tonight we also have some other stuff. This coercive interrogation debate is really heating up. And MoveOn.org now has an ad that's pressuring Eric Holder, the DOJ head, to basically put Dick Cheney in jail. So check it out.
If you torture an individual detainee, you might go to jail. But if you authorize an entire secret torture program, you get off scot-free. America is better than this. Go to moveon.org/investigate and ask Attorney General Holder to appoint an independent special prosecutor to investigate these abuses.
MoveOn.org political action is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
So he's basically saying, you guys are just the same as the Abu Ghraib prison guards, which is, I think it's pretty ridiculous. And then we have Donald Trump coming on, and he's going to get into the whole debate with the Miss California gay marriage Perez Hilton situation. So we're going to put a few questions to him about that. So it's a pretty action-packed show.
We just spent a good portion of the hour on that last one. The first one, let's get back to GE. Do you have a second? Can you stay with me?
I do.
GE, did you get to that reported big high-level meeting between Immelt, Jeff Zucker, who runs NBC Universal, and the top talent at CNBC, whether or not they were instructed or directed to go easy on the Obama administration?
As a matter of fact, that was actually the first question that was posed to Mr. Immelt, and he said that the meeting did take place, but he said he didn't advise or tell them to do anything political or anything like that.
That's contrary to a few reports I read where he actually did say, hey, we shouldn't be going up that path. We should be a little bit more friendly.
Yeah, he did not. And, there's several questions about CNBC and some of their commentary. So it was a hot topic. And we're going to have full clips at thefoxnation.com. We have some now, and then we're going to have the full thing on the O'Reilly Factor tonight, so check it out.
All right, there you go. Jesse Waters, the O'Reilly The Factor. Thank you very much. You're doing a great job with all that stuff, too, by the way. Mm-hmm. Man, you're going to be like, you're going to have your own reality show someday. I'm going to get out of my car somewhere, and Jesse will be like with a microphone. Is it true?
I know.
Good job, Jesse. Thank you, pal.
I was talking with I can't remember his name right now, but the gentleman that did that with Blagojevich for Geraldo. And he was so thrilled, and he was just getting off on what he had done. That man was happy. He was so happy the day after.
Yeah, there you go.
He captured it. That was a big deal.
Yeah, he did.
For him.
Absolutely.
Really a big deal.
He rocked it.
He's the guy that bomb rushed Blagojevich in his car?
Yeah.
Probably Craig Hart.
Probably.
We had some of that. We used those a long time ago. We had those clips, but interesting times.
I thought it was great when he came on here.
In your face.
Geraldo?
No, Blagojevich.
Blagojevich, yeah.
We were sitting here, and all of a sudden, Jordan comes in. He's like, all right, everyone get out for a second. And then he came in and sat down with Uma, and we're all listening, and his face was so sincere and looking at her right in the eyes. And I'm like,
the best liars?
Here's a little inside baseball. We interviewed him as well as it had to be a pre-tape. Right before he came up here, we did a happy hour interview with him. Before and after the interview, he was very nervous. Right? Yeah. During the interview, boy, he was on. It was like he was on TV.
Every time I've seen him, he's been on. he comes across very
Charismatic.
genuine, very charismatic, very sympathetic to some extent too. and
Right.
Very genuine. Yeah.
And this was about the time that he wasn't sure where he's headed and what was going to go on with his life. But he was basically saying, you know, we said, hey, you know, someone's going to pick you up to do a reality show or do some TV. He's like, you think? And he was asking, how much you think I can make? I swear to you, honest to God, true story. So how much you think I can make? His question. And we're like, I don't know you, and who knows where you're headed, but very nervous guy. But interesting how when the cameras went on, he was a different dude.
He was in his zone.
Yeah.
In his zone.
That television zone. Yeah.
Especially when he got up there and basically said he didn't do anything wrong. All right, you guys, 3:58. Is it Leventhal? Last call with Rick Leventhal, the second best dressed guy in the building. Well, third after Dr. Let me just read all these names correctly. Dr. Randall Pinkett. Do not vote for him for the best dressed Esquire, otherwise I'll lose.
I want to be a write-in candidate. That's what I want.
He's the entrepreneur.
Somebody get at me
I
on
don't think
Twitter
he has
for
his
best
real
dressed.
man. He's a real man.
The scholar, the entrepreneur, the apprentice winner, and his new book, The No Money Down CEO.
No doubt.
Good job. And we can find that everywhere?
You can.
It's out. It's out now.
It's out.
It's out now.
It's on the street.
Dr. Dani Babb, the Babb Group, right?
Right.
And is that the website?
Yeah, or drdaniellebabb.com.
drdaniellebabb.com. Yep. Jen Groover, founder Jen Groove Brands, Jen Groover Brands, jengroover.com.
Yes, jengroover.com. Yes, perfect.
Are we all narcissistic here or what?
Geetha Prabhakar, the fashion retail expert, guru, superstar, beautiful, courageous, genius, everything else. Geetha.
Thanks, all right.
All right, thank you guys. Oh, come on. With
Yeah, there you go.
Mez opening up that men's store. That's
I
exciting.
saw the email you sent me.
That's exciting, right?
Cool.
Another shopping situation.
Yeah.
You know what
Thank you,
people
Randall.
really
Thank you.
off on the day we
Well,
did
it's
that
different
thing
than your
on,
normal
if
TV
you
show.
don't have enough time to come, how do you